Hello, hello. Good evening, kindred. Welcome back. We're gonna be running Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines Clan Quest again. I'm once again by myself tonight, but I am in my usual chats, so some members of the game may show up. Who knows? Let's find out. Well, let's pick up where we left off from. Last time, we left off in the bail bonds here at Santa Monica. Let's less clutter on my screen. Well, delete his auto walk. Cool. Yeah, I don't think you all need to have my overlay up there for performance monitoring. But yeah, last time we had gone and fought a somewhat mentally unstable amputee. He, yeah. He tried to kill us, and was cutting pieces off of some random people. Hello there, Lenticular. How are you tonight? But yes, we continued and went to the Oceanside Hotel, where we ended up finding the fetter for a ghost. Quite a little adventure. It was quite interesting. We also freed a thin blood from the clutches of a crazy phlebotomist, that's the word I'm looking for, who was a ghoul to a local anarch baron or Camarilla something or other. Therese is a complicated vampire. Yep, I remember your other nickname. But yes, I am doing okay. We're just gonna try to get some vampire times done. Huh. But yeah, the bail bondsman here, he tasked us with finding someone that his bounty hunter was off trying to hunt down when he got kidnapped by the guy who makes the prosthetics. So let's get back to the adventure here in Santa Monica. Lenticular, of course, being a Californian, might enjoy the fact this game is set in LA. Alright, let's see. I need some blood. That guy's too close. I was gonna try to grab that dude, but that dude'll see. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, right now we are in Santa Monica, a very old game rendition of Santa Monica. I can go and visit the famous Santa Monica Pier down here. Later on in the game, we'll be heading to downtown Hollywood and Chinatown. And I believe this mod adds an entirely new district, but I don't remember what that district is. Here we go, there's the Thin Bloods and the famous Santa Monica Pier. You can see the Ferris wheel over there. I think everybody knows the Santa Monica Pier. Alright. But let's get back to the game. Okay. Yes, fake goth club that has real bands playing, apparently. Is that guy staying over there? I think this might be our chance. Get a little bit of blood. Graphics go weird because this is an old game and a mod, and the jank overlaps with the jank a little bit. Alright, we'll start out with Therese and Jeanette. It's the little kerfuffle. Yeah, Therese asked me to get a fetter from a ghost at her hotel property. When I returned, her sister Jeanette was there. And you've been there. Is everything streaming correctly? My stream is coming off as a blank screen. Let me try to refresh and see if that fixes that. Yes, that fixes that. Okay. I'm paranoid. But yes, when we got back, instead of Therese, it was her sister Jeanette. And Jeanette wanted the fetter that we retrieved for the ghost. And after we refused to give it to her, she sent us to this place. She wants us to vandalize some paintings. I'm not strong enough to break that.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you are committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm gonna have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Oh, good sir. Wow, the way you said that was so commanding.
Well, Missy, that's just a natural response that people have to someone in my kind of position. The risks, the prestige, the authority. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Want to know a secret? Power is a real turn-on for me.
Yeah, you know, you'd be surprised how often I hear that in this line of work. It's a uniform, you know. Women just can't get over the uniform.
Oh,
well,
don't stop talking.
Unfortunately, if I continue to engage you in conversation, it's a violation of Code 613.
How about we get to know each other better right now? And we begin drinking a little bit. Alright, he's disabled and he drops his keys. So within the lore of Vampire the Masquerade, when a vampire feeds from you, you are in ecstasy and become disoriented for a short amount of time. It can be used as a weapon, like that. Now he doesn't know what the hell is going on for a while, and I can take stuff from him. Alright, here we are in the art gallery. Let's save. Alright, so this is a bit of a puzzle here. Technically, since I've already played the game, I know the point of the puzzle. And I was told to grab the cash box, but this results in a loss of humanity. Lenticular, Tigra, should I steal? Of course you'd tell me steal. Tigra is in my my tabletop game I run on Saturdays. She plays a very low humanity vampire. It's it's quite interesting. Alright, we've got the cash box. Now, let's do some, 4 humanity is pretty low. Alright, these have to be done in the order of the Bible, how they happened. So first, we know in the Bible, well, let's see, let's look at all the paintings. We have Cain slays Abel. Cain spurns Lilith. Cain is cursed by God. And Cain meets Lilith. These have to be cut up in, you know, the order that it happens in the Bible. Within the, she could choose better. She could do better, but chooses not to. Yeah. Yeah, but it gets harder to do better the lower your humanity gets, Tigra. Gotta remember that. But yeah, within the lore of the game, Cain was the very first vampire. Cain from Cain and Abel in the Bible. After killing his brother Abel, he was cursed by God to never be able to walk in the sunlight, and the only thing that would satisfy him would be the blood he spilled, and several of the things that amount to vampirism. Eventually, he met the also cursed Lilith in the land of Nod, and she taught him how to master his vampiric blood and unlock more abilities that stem from his curse. But let's do this. Cain slays Abel. Afterward, the burning bush. Cain was cursed by God. Cain then met Lilith. And then later on, after he got everything he needed from her, he spurned her. And now the blood magic within these paintings is doing a thing. Blood Guardian. That didn't do anything. Okay. His attacks are doing aggravated damage, which is a lot harder to heal. I don't want to break the stun too early. You have to wait a certain amount of time, before the game's engine's animations are locked in, and then you have to try it all over again, and he'll activate again. But there we go. Now he is no longer a thing. And this is why Tremere are very difficult to fight. You never know what kind of crazy things happen with the blood magic. But yeah, we have done as we are asked. We've slashed the paintings. We've stolen the cash box. Now let's GTFO. Alright, we'll put that knife away. No one needs to see us fleeing the scene of vandalism with a knife in our hands. That would be a little, little uh-oh. Let's see. What else do we have? Journal in the Ocean House, okay. Haunt at Midnight, Pendant. Explosive Beginning, Carnival of Death, Regent's Riddle. Yeah, let's... Before we go in there with the copyrighted music, we'll head over to the apartment with Mr. Durbin. Alright, have a good night, Lenticular. Alright, let's hit up our apartments and find that one. Is this the right one? Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. This was not the correct apartment. And it is an absolute shithole. Let's break in. Locks picking failed at difficulty 5. Let's rouse the blood and see if that'll get us through. That's still not good enough. I could spend some XP and take either Dex or Security, improve my lockpicking ability. I don't have enough XP to improve my Dex at the moment. Could just improve Security as a flat bonus to lockpicking, but that's the only thing it improves. Of course. Spare key. Answering machine.
Hey, Mayor, it's Mike. Look, I gotta hit downtown for a few days, maybe longer. If Reno calls, tell him to meet me down there. We got something to discuss, apparently. I'll be at Milton's place in the Skyline Lofts 2A. Sorry, baby. I'll explain everything later.
This guy, doing his full Elvis impression. There we go. Peepin', a voyeur's field guide. Let's see. Peeping is not just for lonely, perverted losers anymore. In fact, at least 3 psychologists say it's a healthy form of sexual expression. Every good voyeur needs to develop a sneaking game. Get used to crouching and evenly distributing weight as you walk. Stick to the shadows and behind cover. You'll be tapping titties in no time. This book raises your stealth skill. Alright. I need higher research to know this book. Unknown. You squint at the wiggly markings on the page, but can't quite make out what they say. Despite this, something in the back of your mind is thinking, they say, illiterate dumbass. You need a research skill of 3 to use this item. Oh, poor character. Gotta work on poor cat's intelligence. Okay. Alright, now we'll go into the land of copyrighted music. So I'll turn down the sound right before going into the Asylum Club. And then we will turn it back up when we get up to Therese or Jeanette or Jeanette, whoever we happen to find up there. The sisters are very who knows. And that song that normally plays here is Isolated. Hey, there's Mr. Knox. We'll have to talk to him. Yes, Warehouse. We had an incident with Knox a couple sessions ago. He got killed by the cops. It was quite frightening. Alright, we should be more or less out of potential copyright range here. Let's up that.
You.
Now,
what were you thinking?
Therese. About?
The museum. That was my event. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Well, it seems Jeanette has decided to use us as a pawn against Therese. Because why not? Kindred sisters doing their unstable little kindred things.
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others, but how dare you!
I didn't do it, I swear.
Jeanette claimed you did it for her, but let's say I believe you. After all, you've acted decently and rationally up to now. I imagine you'd still like me to call off the feud.
Yeah, I have the item from the Ocean House and the diary, too.
Excellent! I'll take that. However, there's only one problem. If Tongue gets word that I threatened Jeanette, which he most certainly already has, it's not likely he'll believe me. So, in order to call off the feud, you're going to have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
Of course. And how do I do that?
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her, and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner, to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones.
If the Baron of Santa Monica wants her sister back, I will get her her sister back.
For all her unwholesome diversions and irritating disruptions, I should be less tolerant of her. She is my sister, however, and I suppose I'm obligated to forgive her her trespasses. I did sire her, after all. Please, be quick about it.
Therese sired Jeanette. There's that painter. I wonder if Therese got any new emails since we last... Or Jeanette got any new emails since we last, looked. She did. 3. I'm disgusting. I'm not the one that let that Nosferatu touch me. Can't you see that he's trying to tear us apart to take over the city? How could you? And now my gallery, too. I'm going to show you a little something, Jeanette. The sun! We'll have to, take a look at Therese's computer the next time, we have Jeanette here and see how that goes. See what happened on the other side of that conversation. Alright, let's go down to where the copyrighted music is loud again. So, Tigra, how long until you think I should let Trixie get involved in Therese and Jeanette's insanity at this level? I'm dancing. Yes. Yeah, they had some fun. But she hasn't gotten... Oh god. People. Help. There we go. Yeah, but she hasn't ended up quite in the middle of one asks her to do something and the other asks her to do something that sabotages Which one? Big titty girl. The, her with the pigtails. Or, the goth babe. Or Miss Sunglasses. Blue crop top, there she is. You got your, got a new crush. Running a game just filled with so many bisexuals is fun. Let's get a little bit of blood. Since I walked in here, I haven't been able to take my eyes off you. I'm sure you hear it all the time. I have something I want to tell you. Come closer. Yum yum. Let's get some of that blood back that we used in the gallery fighting the Blood Guardian. And we'll talk to Mr. Knox. Hey, girl! Hey, Knox, what's going on? Not much. I'm just waiting around for my master. The master you couldn't talk about? Okay, I guess I can tell you about him. Oh, man, his name is Bertram Tongue. He's a Nosferatu. No kidding. Small world. I'm looking for him. Oh, man, I wish I knew where he was. I'm getting antsy waiting around for him. I need to tell him some stuff, you know. I don't know where he is, where he stays or nothing. Oh, man, whenever he needs me, he just, you know, appears. So, he might be getting close to the end of the, This is Knox Harrington. We met him in the first episode. He is a ghoul to the Nosferatu we're looking for, Bertram Tongue. And I think he's coming close to the end of the month, so he needs a little more blood to feed his addiction. So Knox is going to have to find him. What do you mean he just appears? It's crazy. He just appears out of, like, thin air. The first time it happened, bam! Like, it gave me a goddamn heart attack. Oh, man! Especially how he looks. Blah! What do you do for Bertram? Oh, man! Well, Bertram had me keeping an eye on this guy, an Asian dude who's been poking around Santa Monica. Bertram thought he might be a vampire or something like a vampire. I don't know! So what's the problem? Oh, man, this guy, this thing, he got wise to me. Now, instead of me watching him, he's watching me, you know? This guy appear around me all the time. I see this guy appear around me all the time, like off in the distance watching me. He'll warp up to me the next. Oh, man, then, woo, disappear. Want me to take care of it? Hell yeah, right on. Okay. Like I said, he's some kind of Asian vampire thing, you know, but the only clue I've got is this driver's license that he dropped once while I was talking to him. I've been so freaked out that I haven't even had the chance to check it. Driver's license? Shouldn't that tell you who he is? No, the picture on the license isn't him. I don't know why he had it, but, well, I might as well help you find out where he is and what he's doing. Here, take it. All right, I'll take care of it. Right on! Just come back and let me know the job's done so I can stop freaking out. Oh, man! Maybe I'll see Bertram by then. Sounds good, Knox. I have a couple of questions, or all right, see you. Well, I don't have any more questions, so we'll see you, and then I can turn the volume back up, and we can have some sound effects. All right, audio. There we go. We've got volume back. I missed having volume. Alright. So, we've got some new quests. We can go and talk to Jeanette. We can go and track down this Asian vampire. Well, this dude's about to be in for a very rude surprise. Alright, there we go. Just taking a piss on the street, and then suddenly the vampire decides you are isolated enough for a good snack.
Sorry.
Come on, let me buy. Thank you. Alright, this guy. California driver's license for Mr. Virgil Crumb. 467 Fairfax Drive, apartment 204, Costa Mesa, California, 92626. Male, hair, blank, weight 150 pounds, height 5'10", expires 1/20/2004. All right. Oh, I think our handiwork may have been called in. I swear it wasn't me. Just leave me alone, cops. Mr. Rent-A-Cop there can do his rent-a-copy kind of things. Okay. Let us see. Let's try Arthur Kilpatrick's crime pewter. Are you getting a little too excited over me eating that guy taking a piss? Oops. Alright, the crime pewter.
If you're new to town or just new to this
What was his name again? Crumb, that's right. Virgil Crumb. So let's go to A to F. He is in Kilpatrick's crime pewter.
Well, looks like the boards are lighting up. Aren't I the popular one? Let's see.
Bond written 32502. 2 counts of public disturbance, drunk, and nudity. Case number 766141. Bond amount $5,000. Type of bond cash paid in full. Notes: local void. Subject's corpse identified. Being held at medical clinic morgue. Authorities notifying next of kin. So he is dead. Which means the Asian vampire killed him. Yes, Ken Pie. I ambushed someone taking a piss in an alley and drank his blood because I needed blood. I had just used a lot of it. And I needed a snack. My character was quite hungry, and he was good enough. Alright. Let's head to the morgue. Let's see. Mr. Vandal. That's the laundry. Come on, there we go. Here's the morgue. There he is. His eyes are... Looks like he had something weird happen. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. Lockpicking success. We got a silver ring and Foxy Boxes key. Automated systems access. Let's take all those. Yeah, it might be old game jank. His arms are kind of sinking into the bed. His 3D model wasn't quite placed correctly. There's things that y'all don't know about yet, and what may have happened to this man. I suppose right now I'm channeling my inner Giovanni looking through these freezers. Let's see what the morgue computer says. If you're reading this, you're not dead. I think my character may, in fact, be dead. So, yeah. Cadavers. Cowbell. Needs more cowbell. Alright, let's see what this is going on. Crumb, Virgil. Died from heart failure. Personal items in storage B. A Bobo G. Let's see who else is here. Wound suggests subject was beaten to death with a baseball bat. Let's see what's going on with Jane Doe here. Subject apparently died of indeterminate causes. Note, subject's body contained only 1 pint of blood. Foul play is expected. Only 1 pint. I think she may have been drained by a kindred. Mr. False. Severely beaten to death. Something about the way this one looked at me made me want to lock him in the freezer. Harry D. Subject apparently choked to death on ham and or cheese. Going out on a ham and cheese sandwich. That's quite a way to die. Kind of embarrassing. Let's see. Malcolm's office key. That's if you can't pick the lock and get into his office and get the morphine and the ability to hack his computer and steal his files and his emails so you can blackmail him. You can always find his key. Let's get out of here. Here we go, the questionably odd sodas. Liquid demon seeds, slobber it down. Dank stank. They died as they lived, eating ham and cheese. Yes, indeed. The liquid demon seed is highly frightening, to say the least. Alright, well, I've got that Foxy Boxes key, so let's take a look here inside of Foxy Boxes. We'll drop a save first. Alright, what can we do? Foxy Boxes. That is an adorable poster or business logo or whatever this is. Reports. Temple of Golden Virtue progress reports. If you are familiar with the backstory and lore of the World of Darkness, that might be a hint right there. 10-12-04. My initial observation of the city indicates that the Canaanites here are both scattered and unorganized. There are 3 individuals of note, but they seem to be involved in some sort of dispute. I shall continue to watch and listen. 10-18-04. These Canaanites are a curious and fragile race. They waste the gift of their immortality on petty schemings and fleshly gain. We will have little problem making this city our own. 10/21/04. It seems that my presence here has been noticed by one of the Canaanites, a Nosferatu, I believe they are called. He has entrusted the responsibility of my surveillance to a bumbling mortal fool. I have begun to follow this so-called spy, a small, amusing respite from my usual duties. 10/22/04-1. It seems that I have drawn the attention of a newcomer, an agent of the prince. I know very little about this individual, but the agent seems much more resourceful than the most Canaanites I have observed. I will prepare myself in the event our paths cross. 10/22/04-2. The agent of whom I spoke before has discovered the corpse of Virgil Crumb. An altercation seems imminent. If I do not survive, let my last report state that Santa Monica is ripe for the taking. You will find little resistance if we come here in force. So we have an exact date for when this game takes place. 10/22/04. Michael doesn't have that poster. Yes, Michael needs to have that poster. Michael is a character in our Saturday game, and he is a gangrel who has a fox as his familius, Ace, and Ace is quite helpful to the to our vampire coterie. All right, let's go investigate this building some more. Let's see if I die. This guy is a bit of a difficult fight in base game. Oh, okay. You just gonna jump around with that feral leap? Ow! Sir. There we go. Machete. Aw. And, oh, he dropped a dragon's breath! Oh. I only have 2 shots for it, though. In base game, he drops a katana. Yeah, a dragon's breath would have probably just ended me. That's quite a powerful weapon. Vampires are very weak to fire. I'm gonna need some more blood. I don't want to feed from the blood doll inside yet. She's potentially... She's probably still very close to no blood, which means she'll die.
Where is that damn tow truck?
I think I'm going to drink this man.
I've suddenly got the urge to walk down that dark and
Just
foreboding alley.
dominate.
Care to join me?
I'll meet you in the alley. Yes, sir. Go walk down this dark and foreboding alley. I will meet you down there, and we will have a grand old time.
I'm going to need a shower.
There we go.
Oh, what is that on my loaf?
What is that on your loafer? Your own blood, good sir. Your own blood. Okay, let's head back into the asylum and report back to, Knox. Mr. Harrington. And we'll have to turn down that volume because copyright. And then you're all gonna hear my Knox impression again. Yeah, he just... Apparently his audio was just set to continue. So, Mr. Knox. Yo, girl, you do that thing yet? I did. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, thank God! Oh, man, yes! That thing was hounding me like every night. Look, I still haven't heard anything from Bertram. Sorry, okay? I'll still let him know, but for now, I have no way to repay you. Could you tell me where a girl can get a gun in this town? As a matter of fact, I can. Go see my man Tripp at the pawn shop. He won't sell to just anyone, but tell him you know Knox and he'll set you right up. Thanks, Knox. Take it easy. Let's see if Tripp will sell me some bullets for the dragon's breath now. I'd like to die eating ham and cheese. I had reloaded after the cops had executed him on the street just because, cops firing down the street haphazardly and crowds was something they do. Oh, I can bring the volume back up now. Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. We got some volume back. And let's see if Tripp has some dragon's breath, because, dragon's breath.
Thanks for coming back. Alright, here's what we got today.
No dragon's breath. Okay. Let's sell some stuff. I've got a mace, so I don't think I need a golf club. And I've got a machete, so I don't think I'll need the knife. As far as weapons go, I really want some ammo for that. Dragon's Breath, range combat requirement 7, damage potential 44, lethality 50. In accordance with the protocol to the Geneva Convention of 1983 on prohibition or restrictions on the use of certain conventional weapons which may be deemed to be excessively injurious or have indiscriminate effects, the use of phosphorus munitions against civilians and military targets in populated areas is prohibited. Yes. Yes, it is. But I am a vampire, and I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention didn't apply to me. Let's sell Tripp some estrogen. Let's sell Tripp some morphine that Mercurio didn't need. Don't copy that floppy. It seems to be saying something about don't copy that floppy, but you can't possibly be reading it right. I need to work on my research skill. Here's the money box from Gallery Noir. I'll just sell him that. Alright. Hey, I got almost $1,000. I wish I had $1,000. That would be nice. Alright. Here we go. Now we've got Teresa's request. I think that's the only thing we have left. Mr. Durbin, he's down at Skyline Apartments. I'm sure Geneva Conventions may not have applied to you, but that beast is sure going to be upset being 3 feet in front of fire. Yes, your own beast can actually get upset if your humanity is low enough, which I did lose a point of humanity up here thanks to group consensus telling me to steal from the charity box in the art gallery back there. The voices tell me to do bad things. Alright, let's save before going into this diner because, pretty sure we can't trust Malkavians. Trusting Malkavians tends to lead to problems.
Hey, where you going, man?
You will not bother me.
This time, man.
Yeah, good for you. I think that interaction was added by the mod because I've never been able to do that to them before.
I'm
Hello?
terribly sorry about that. My sister was just furious about your refusal to take part in her designs, so she sent those men to kill you. But I'm going to make sure it never happens again. Drop by. We'll take care of this ton of business. She's crazy! Help!
Well, it sounds like Therese and Jeanette are at it. Yeah, normally you go back to the corner to wait for the phone call, and these guys just start shooting you, and then you get the call from Therese. And Jeanette happens to be saying that she's crazy and calling for help. Sepsi. Delicious sepsi. You're all a bunch of heathens going to hell. I mean, hell didn't want me. I'm a kindred at this point. So, yeah. Alright, I think we're gonna have to do a thing. Because I am going to metagame this a little bit. Let's not deal with those copyright gremlins. Zoom in on the pee-pee. What? What did I miss? What? What do we mean? What's going on, chat? I have no idea what's happening. Are you behind in the live stream now, Tigra? Are you back a ways or something? All right, let's get the volume back. Oh, there was the guy I ambushed in the alley when he was peeing, and I drank blood from him. Now, spoiler time, if anyone is not familiar with this 20-something-year-old plot twist.
You. I'm really sorry it had to end this way. I truly am. You seemed promising, but you've been tainted by the stink of my sister's schemes. And now, I'm going to make sure she never double-crosses me again. Don't listen to her. She'll kill us both. Save me and I'll help you find Bertram.
Therese and Jeanette
Shut up, Jeanette!
are in fact the same person.
Tongue. He's turned you against me.
They have dissociative identity disorder,
You had to meddle,
and
didn't
both
you?
inhabit
I
the
didn't
same
want it to
body.
end like this, but you forced me. You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Interestingly enough, as far as vampiric powers go, their official character sheets in game, they each have different stats as if they were not just different characters, but entirely different generations, with Therese being 6th gen and Jeanette being 7th gen. Therese has access to quite a lot of social disciplines and social abilities, manipulation, persuasion, finances. She also has very high-level dominate and auspex, which is the ability to see the unseen things and supernatural. Jeanette, on the other hand, has much higher seduction than Therese, considering that Therese is kind of asexual and even sex-phobic. But Jeanette is also a combat-oriented character with much higher strength, much higher firearms, melee skills. Jeanette is also, her character sheet has high levels of obfuscate. She can go invisible and sneak around a lot better. In addition, Jeanette is the one who has the powers in dementation, not Therese. Jeanette is able to project madness and problems into other people's minds. The Malkavian curse, she can spread it quite easily using her powers. But Therese is focused on, like, mental domination. I'm going to force you to do what I want to do. And Therese has access to higher level disciplines as a whole, being 6th generation, and Jeanette being 7th generation is overall weaker. It's a very interesting setup. So, what's going on here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with Kine, no less? So
Kine is the vampire
so
word
unclean.
for
You're
mortals.
Tough, dear
they call
sister.
themselves
Or
kindred.
should I
They
say
call
Daddy's
mortals
little girl?
Kine.
Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead.
Yes, now we get some potential information on how they came to be. So as far as how that works in-game, it is likely a psychological condition, with the Jeanette side being the quote-unquote child subconsciously locking itself out of the higher order discipline powers and blood potency. If the walls could come down, the Jeanette side would be able to gain the same kind of power that the Therese side of the personalities could be. But as far as, like, social skills and stuff like that, you know, each side has its physical abilities that they have practiced and are good at. But the blood is a very interesting thing, and it's likely psychological. Let's see. Are you going to let her blab secrets like that, Therese, or go on, Jeanette? I think, go on, Jeanette.
Had his way with you, and he didn't have to force you. You went limp and became his plaything. Do you think I didn't hear it? Night after night? Always the obedient daughter until... Shut up! Just shut up!
Okay. Stop, Jeanette.
That's right, Jeanette. No one wants to hear your lies. I was the good girl. You were the wicked one. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me. Taken care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down. Blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life, and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah. They definitely had a violent past. We don't know if there really was a Jeanette at some point, or if Jeanette was just something that Therese invented as an escape from what was happening to her. It is definitely a frightening prospect, but something that does happen to people. So, yeah, it's possible that there was a Jeanette at one point and Therese took on this personality. We'll possibly hear more about that in a moment. Let's see. Is that true, Jeanette? Sounds like she has a point. That doesn't give you the right to tell her what to do.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
I think I didn't get this well enough, or I didn't have enough persuasion. If it wasn't for Jeanette, I'd be on my way to tongue right now. You're right, Jeanette. Therese tried to have me killed.
Therese will never let you live. You've disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed. Therese has no problem with killing, do you? Remember Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
What happened to your father? Oops.
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face. As you shouldn't. I'm afraid, sister. I must write your ending in this family saga. And I want you to know I do so with great anguish and disappointment. I had such hopes that you'd change for the better with my guidance. But so, sweet sister, is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give Father? An apology? A love letter?
Give me the gun. Yeah, I don't have high enough persuasion.
I should turn this on you next, but I won't. Without Jeanette's assistance. Tongue, you're no threat. I'll call off the feud if that will get you out of my city.
Dark Sycophant. Help Therese win the feud. That's new in the mod.
Tongue's hiding out in an abandoned oil tank at the old gas station. I'll tell him that one condition of a truce is that he help you. Our business then is finally complete. What you witnessed here, not a word to anyone.
I can't believe you killed Jeanette. I'll keep my mouth shut. Goodbye. I understand. Goodbye. I don't know if anyone would believe me anyway. Yeah, that is certainly a thing. There is a way to actually save both of them. I think you just have... You have to play into both of them quite a bit, which is why I kept playing both sides in past videos, sucking up to Therese whenever Therese was there, sucking up to Jeanette whenever Jeanette was there. And you also, even after sucking up to them and getting on both their good sides, you have to have a certain level of persuasion, but I don't remember what that level of persuasion was. Let me see. I'm looking that up right now. Yes, let's see. Where do we what was it? Yeah, there's a certain... Yeah, you need 4 persuasion, and I only have 3. So I could go back and go through the go through and reallocate my experience in a better way. And show you all different outcomes to this particular thing. Psycho persuasion 2. Yeah, I could go back in, do that, live with the consequences. But you don't want to see,
Hey, where you going, man? I'll let you go this time, man.
don't want to see the, merged outcome where both of them are around. That is technically the canon ending for those two, because they are both alive and well within V5, which takes up the storyline starting in 2018 and fills in a bunch of what happened in the time from the end of the last edition to the beginning of that one. But I do have the save, so I can go back to a dead Jeanette. I want to turn that down because... There we go. There we go. Yeah, it takes a moment for the door close trigger, which enables the buttons. Old game mechanics and limitations of this engine. But yeah, I can live with the consequences, but sometimes it's nice to just show things off.
I'm really sorry
all the different possibilities.
I truly am. You seemed promising, but you've been tainted by the stink of my sister's schemes. And now, I'm going to make sure she never double-crosses me again. Don't listen to her. She'll kill us both. Save me and I'll help you find Bertram, I swear. Shut up, Jeanette! I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me! You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
Yeah, I've got options now that were not there before. Why are you both fighting?
I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less? So despicable. So unclean. You're one to talk,
So
dear
unclean.
sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead.
Both of you stop.
Don't you want to hear what happened? How she became the pillar of the community she is today? Shut up. Just shut up!
Oh, these are some new options. This must be the mod. because you used to be able to navigate your way through this, and then you'd get the persuasion options.
Don't try and stop me. I've had to overlook her treachery, her seduction, relations with my enemies, and the consequences of it. But I won't endure her any longer. Endure me? Dear sister, you've done
In-world,
everything you
no.
could to
They
smother me. You love
they
to
managed
bury
to
me in
keep
your
the
closet,
secret.
along with all your other skeletons. I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one.
And of course,
You've
it's
done
up
nothing
to
but
the
plot against me,
storyteller
and I
how
had
they
our
want
best
things to
interests
go
at
in
heart.
actual
Despite
tabletop.
that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me? Taking
Since
care
this
of
is the
me.
canon
You've
outcome,
done nothing but keep me down. Blame me for every mistake. Did you
the
expect me to let you
fledgling,
rule my
your
life until the end of
character,
time?
actually
No, sister.
should know.
You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me,
Yeah,
you
they're
would have
just
never
going through
survived
this
long.
without,
Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life.
Without
and
me
brought
talking
you into
at
it so that
all.
we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
But yeah, in-game canon, the only character who would know is the fledgling, the player character, who does exist and has been mentioned in some game resources. Beckett's Jihad Diary and the 20th Anniversary Edition, for instance, contain references to the fledgling, but the fledgling had never said anything, apparently, and is not, it's not known where they are. They kept that ambiguous because this game has multiple endings, so they let you fill in the gaps of how you want your character to have wound up at some point along the way.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
Both you've been working against the other together. You'd be a power.
I don't think that's possible. How could I ever think to trust her again? Trust me? Who could trust you after what happened with Father Dearest? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
Yeah, it's entirely possible at some point there could have been a real Jeanette Voerman, and during that incident, she not only blew her father's mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper, that she also blew Jeanette away. And then she recreated her sister in her mind. Or it could have just been that Jeanette is an alter she developed to escape from the abuse she was experiencing, but none of that's confirmed. It's all just like, you know, we don't quite know what's real and what's not. That's for you, the player, and if you're playing tabletop and Therese and Jeanette happen to be there, it's you know, for your storyteller if they wanted to fill in the things or continue the mystery.
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie. Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
No matter what happened, you two need each other to move on.
Why? How will this time be any different?
Because I don't think you could live without each other. You're both crazy. That's why you're both in the same body. Think how powerful you could be if you worked together. Probably won't. Go ahead and kill each other. Think how powerful you could be if you worked together.
Therese doesn't like to share. Jeanette's irresponsible. She's undependable. A venture like mine requires class and distinction, which is something a pigtailed, face-painting harlot does not lend very well. You do have a way with words, sister. You're right. I'm not in the same class, am I? I mean, murderers are so respectful these days.
Therese, let Jeanette have more responsibility. Jeanette, stops sabotaging your sister's plans.
More responsibility. So that she can ruin every opportunity I give her? Of course. You're the only one who can secure zoning permits and shake hands. I'd never be able to keep up.
Jeanette, stop sabotaging your sister's plans.
But I only do it for attention and out of love. You do it because you're vindictive and jealous, and you deserve it.
If you call a truce and run this place equally, there's no need to kill each other.
If she would stop treating me like a child, if she would start behaving like a rational adult.
You both must have gotten along at one time.
Yes, there was a time. When I was a child, I didn't have many friends. I suppose Jeanette was the only one. We never did get to go out of the house much. Father wouldn't allow us. He said we'd get hurt, so we stayed inside and we imagined our own worlds. And we spent
And
so much
another
time
possibility
there
for
together,
Jeanette
ruling
never
over those
existing.
places. Those were happier times, before we grew apart.
So, yeah, it's possible that Jeanette was an imaginary friend that became more of an alter as time went on. We don't know again. It's possible she was real, and this is exactly how she said it. Though Malkavians do tend to embrace people who have had mental problems in their past lives. It's not a requirement. You don't really want to kill each other, do you?
I guess I don't. Jeanette, if I were to offer you equal control in Santa Monica, would you quit consorting with Tongue? I'll stop working against you with him. But since I've got him in my pocket already, there's no reason for me not to pay him a little visit once in a while, when he can be of use. That's not a bad plan. There's just one more thing. I want to be in charge of Santa Monica, but only publicly. I want you to continue to convince others that our relations are strained. That way, we know who our enemies are. I agree.
Give me the gun, Therese.
Take it. I'd hate to look at it again and think of what almost transpired. I suppose now that Jeanette and I have settled our differences, I'll call off the feud with Tongue. Bertram's hiding in an empty oil tank at the old gas
Humanity
station.
gained for saving both
I'll
of
tell him
them.
to expect a visitor, and I'll ask him to be extra nice.
Goodbye, you pair of lunatics.
Please give Santa Monica's regards to the prince. And keep your tongue tied about what happened tonight, or we'll have to.
The negotiator resolved Jeanette and Therese's differences.
Kill you.
Yes, now they are Tourette Voerman. So that happened. Having DID as peak Malkavian. I can think of more interesting things. It's honestly far too easy to play Malkavians as, like, Deadpool. It's, back in the day we nicknamed it being Fishmalks. Because of a certain page in the old player's handbook. Let me find it here. And we will show it off. Yes. There was this very particular and very odd piece of artwork in the old first edition player's guide on the Malkavian page. We called it the Fishmalk. And it was a term we used to talk about just completely playing Malkavians in a nonsensical and even insensitive kind of way. We do better now. We try to do better. And it's very easy to play a Malkavian badly and in a very insensitive way. And I have made efforts to try to make sure I try to play Malkavians in a respectful manner. Last one I played had intermittent explosive disorder, so random outbursts of extreme violence. it led to a very interesting thing. It had my character basically fighting two beasts. The beast of being a vampire and their own problem. So I got into some very interesting confrontations in that character. And then there was another character that they were embraced, and in their frenzy, they ended up draining their small daughter. And then that daughter became an imaginary friend that followed her around. Lots of interesting concepts. You can play a Malkavian very well, or you can play it very wrong. There's just a lot of room for things to go wrong and in insensitive kind of directions. And I don't discourage people from playing Malkavian. It can be a very interesting way to explore. Like, if you personally have something that bothers you, it could be a way to explore what your own problems are by playing a Malkavian that shares your problem, or, you know, has personality traits that fall under the DSM. It's interesting. It goes back to that whole never tell your therapist about your Dungeons and Dragons characters. Otherwise, they'll be able to just have a field day diagnosing the crap out of you through your character's problem. But yeah. But I encourage it. It can be fun. You just, you know, I don't want to see people out there being just disrespectful to people who have legitimate and real mental illnesses and disorders and problems. We want what's best for everyone, and making fun of them is not that. But here we go. Mr. Bertram, the Nosferatu. Hello, sir.
Look who finally made it. Thought you'd never find me, did you, sweetheart?
Time to tell my therapist about my Vampire the Masquerade character to make their job easier. Yeah, I have not told my therapist about any Vampire the Masquerade characters, about any Dungeons and Dragons characters, cyberpunk characters, Shadowrun characters, Traveler characters. They get none of that. Because that would be an absolute... I'm not paying them enough for that. You knew I was looking for you.
I've gotten good at knowing when I'm wanted. Oh, so you're who I'm waiting on. Someone must have faith in you, Cupcake. That, or they want you out of the picture. Interesting choice either way.
You must be Bertram Tongue.
Don't bother with the introductions, fledgling. I know who you are.
You do?
News travels down the Kindred grapevine like wildfire. And that courtroom spat between LaCroix and Nines Rodriguez is a juicy little morsel. And you in the middle. How interesting.
Oh, yes. That's great. So you know I survived.
Oh, you did you? Well, I wasn't worried. So why did you need to find me? What did you need?
Yeah, Nosferatus can be quite a sight. I have described worse Nosferatu in some other games I've done. Like I recently storytellered a game apart from you guys where I had a Nosferatu named Jackson Pollock. I don't know how familiar you are with the actual painter Jackson Pollock, but I described half of his face as looking terribly monstrous and the other half as kind of melting and stretched down. And if you're familiar with Jackson Pollock's paintings, you will totally understand. I need to get to that warehouse from Mercurio.
Oh, never mind. The warehouse, though. I've been watching the place. The Sabbat has a bunch of low-life humans working day and night to move stuff through there. There's some major staging going on.
The Sabbat?
The Sabbat. Jeez, you're green. It's like this. We're all monsters, like it or not. I'm not gonna say the Sabbat are the evil vampires, because none of us are the good guys here. But the Sabbat, they glorify their monstrous nature. They refuse to hide it, and go out of their way to show it. They're also brainless and reckless. They have a life expectancy of a vampire fruit fly.
But I should only expect to encounter humans there.
As far as I can tell, the humans seem to know the score from the way they've been talking. I think most of them have aspirations of joining the next graduating class of shovelheads. Ugh, losers.
Shovelheads. Sabbat practice a ritual they call shovelheading, where they will gather up a absolute ton of people and embrace and turn them all at the same time, and then they will cast a quick ritual to keep them from awakening immediately, throw them all in a giant hole they dug, buried them, and then they have to crawl their way out of the hole. Usually they have gone into a full hunger and fear frenzy from being just turned, not eating, realizing they're buried alive. There's a bunch of other people there with you. They're going to start killing each other. They're going to try clawing their way out of this grave. And it does a good job of destroying what little humanity that they might have and creating just frenzied beasts that they can just throw at something that they want to attack. It's quite terrifying, really. But usually most people who have been turned as vampires and that aren't going to survive. You're most likely going to get mowed down by the defenders of whoever they wanted to attack. And generally, if you survive, you might be welcomed into a pack and join the Sabbat, and then one day you might get to do that to people. But shovelheads do not usually make it very far in life. They die very quickly, just like Bertram said. They know they're working for vampires.
Yeah, the Sabbat like everyone to know just who they're dealing with. So if you get in there and have to bust a few heads, don't feel bad. Think of it as upholding the Masquerade.
Can you get me in there without being detected?
Yes, I can. Just tell me when you're ready, and we'll leave. Once you're there, however, you're on your own. You'll have to get into the place and plant the explosives in the middle office to take the whole structure down.
I was born ready. Let's go. All right. In Saturday games, I imagine Trixie blowing this place up and posting a TikTok video of her doing a TikTok dance in front of the fire. Let's see. I could get blood form. Let's get a little bit of a perception, though. I like having some perception. Trixie is indeed becoming more brazen. Well, this guy gotta take a leak, and we're just gonna drain him. There we go. $38 bullets. Dude is a homeless guy, so we'll let him be.
What the fuck is going on here tonight? Marcus is all in everyone's face and shit.
Didn't you hear? A new shipment came in. Some pretty serious hardware.
Yeah, I heard. But what the fuck? We get that kind of shit in here all the time. What's so different about tonight?
I don't know. Marcus is tense as a motherfucker. Maybe you heard something.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, but keep your fucking eyes open. And someone better tell those clowns in the freight house to quit playing cards before Marcus comes out and starts peeling fucking caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Something's going on tonight, apparently. They don't let you sneak through there in the mod. The mod used to let you sneak through the little gaps in the trains easier. Hello, sir. Just put him in a trance using Dominate and sneak my way past. There's a dude right there. And he is now my snack. Okay. Alright, here we are in the warehouse.
I forgot to look, but I'll do it tonight. What can I pay you guys for? This is the big score, so do your goddamn job
It's
right.
the big score.
Find someone who can. Won't happen again. Swear I'll check the shipment tonight.
I'm hungry, let's order pizza.
Order a pizza? Where are they gonna deliver it, numbnuts? 13 abandoned warehouse full of kill-on-site op-heads waiting?
Where are they gonna deliver it? Abandoned warehouse filled with...
Going anywhere while we're sitting on this shit. How about I put a bullet in your gut? That fill you up? Huh, you goddamn Mungo-looking bastard? We ain't eating all night, y'all, boss. You didn't mean anything by it. What'd I just say? Hey,
Hey, where you going, man?
Oh, okay. Hi. No. I'm pretty sure they've delivered to weirder places. Probably. Alright, let's go for round 2. Yeah, everyone looks like a snack when you're a vampire, by the way. And I will not apologize for it. put up my stamina. That would increase my bashing soak. Dodge actually might be better. Yeah, I'll increase dodge just a hair. Not my fault people are tasty. Yeah, Tigra's character, Ava, just would flat out eat people. Like, you know, eat their muscles. Alright, we have Racing Jag. He would be the one who plays the character Michael that we referred to a little earlier.
Some pretty serious hardware.
Yeah, I heard. But what the fuck? We get that kind of shit in here all the time. What's so different about tonight?
I don't know. Marcus is tense as a motherfucker. Maybe you heard something.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, but keep your fucking eyes open. Someone better tell those clowns in the freight house to quit playing cards before Marcus comes out and starts peeling fucking caps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Bullshit. Okay, that happened. Vaddy. Yes, Michael is the group's Vaddy, vampire daddy. There we go. That guy wasn't a snack. All right. Let's do that save.
I forgot to look, but I'll do it tonight. What can I pay you guys for? This is the big score, so do your goddamn job right or I'll bury you in the desert and find someone who can. Won't happen again. Swear I'll check the shipment tonight. Order pizza?
Order pizza?
Where are they gonna deliver it, numbnuts? 13 abandoned warehouse full of kill-on-site hopheads way? I can pick it up. No. No one's going anywhere while we're sitting on this shit. How about I put a bullet in your gut? That fill you up? Huh, you goddamn Mongo-looking bastard?
No, boss. No,
We ain't eating all night, so, boss. He didn't mean anything by it. What'd I just say? Hey, sorry, boss. Forget I said it. No, I want you to tell me what I said. Say it clear and firm like a man. You said no one's leaving while we got this stuff here.
Does he look like a bitch?
Your mouths off again, I'm going to pull out your tongue and nail it to your thick, shit-filled skulls. Now I gotta call my woman real quick, so keep your mouth shut, your eyes out, and your hands away from your pockets. No, baby. No late night. Not tonight. Hey, shut up and deal with it. I don't care. Yeah, you do that. You touch my bike, I'll break my foot up in your ass when I get home. You testing me?
What was that?
I don't care if the kid's in the room. I don't even know she's mine. Don't you raise your voice to me, woman. Listen, bitch. That's just the way it is. Deal with it. You do it, then see what happens. End of conversation. End of conversation!
This guy sounds like an amazing person. I'm gonna be happy when I kill him.
going? Hey, stop, man!
Alright. Oh god, I love being a Tremere. Alright. History has a way of repeating itself, and we don't stop violence and destruction. How will it end? There's someone right on the other side of this. Hi, sir. How did that man over there die? That man way down there just took 50 damage and fell over. Alright, let's get this explosive set and blow the fuck out of the Sabbat Warehouse. Alright, they closed that door. So we're gonna have to take the long way. You weren't here. Oh, there's a vampire. Me. Bye. Let's spend some blood to heal. Oh, that was a lot of blood. Can I get in here in time? Yeah, I can't. Locked. Hello, sir. Okay, now it's unlocked. Okay, and we have made it out. And now, oh my god, who is this?
The warehouse. Your handiwork, I presume?
No, it wasn't me. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did it. What the hell are you gonna do about it? What the? Are you a werewolf? I think our new vampire would be, what the? Are you a werewolf?
Not experienced much in the creatures of the night, are you? For future reference, you might keep in mind that werewolves aren't in the habit of introducing themselves.
You're not gonna kill me? Or who are you and why have you been following me? Because we have seen this strange spirit wolf a couple of times already at this point. Who are you, and why have you been following me?
I see my reputation, for once, does not precede me. My name is Beckett. I haven't been following you per se. We've just coincidentally been at the same places at the same time, for different reasons. So sorry if I unnerved you. Tell me, have you by chance seen or felt anything strange since your embrace?
So, this is a very popular and well-known character in Vampire the Masquerade lore and backstory. His name is Cuthbert Beckett. He is an anthropologist studying the culture of vampires. Although, for some reason, this game calls him an archaeologist. Don't know why. He's clearly an anthropologist, not an archaeologist. He is a gangrel scholar. Yes, he made a small appearance in our game at one point. Michael and a storyteller PC named Jara had run into him. Jara had contacted him because he wanted to interview an elder vampire who was interned in our city. And things did not go well. Mr. Beckett had a little accident and is potentially recovering. And Michael and Jara lied to Mr. Beckett about wanting to help him get that interview with an elder. It was a debacle. There was much lying. There was much deceit. Yeah, the rest of the coterie had had learned some interesting lessons that day. But Beckett is oddly one of the very trustworthy characters within Vampire the Masquerade, in that you can trust him to do what is best for the terms of history and knowledge. He doesn't believe in the mythology of vampires. He doesn't believe the antediluvians and Cain are a thing. And, thousands of years removed from all that, most vampires don't. Well, unless you're in the Sabbat, at least. But he sees it all as a myth and legend, and nothing to put any faith in. But yes, he is a gangrel, so he is very... It's unusual for a gangrel to be involved in an intellectual pursuit. Him being a scholar of history is odd. Interestingly, he doesn't know who his actual sire is, the person who turned him into a vampire, but his adopted vampire daddy, or Vaddy, if you will, is Aristotle, actually, who is a vampire in Vampire the Masquerade backstory. So he is a student of Aristotle. Let's talk to Mr. Beckett. I saw a ghost in a local hotel.
Ghost? Quite ordinary.
Ghost. Been there, done that.
All but a few are willing to give up their secrets.
I met some kindred on the beach that didn't seem like kindred.
Bloods. They're a fascination of mine. They are considered a weaker, more human-like kindred. Hence the name, Thin Blood. But they are sired same as any of us. I've heard a large concentration of them live in this city. They're one of the reasons I'm in Los Angeles.
The Santa Monica Baron has a split personality.
She's undoubtedly Malkavian. Or should I say, they are undoubtedly Malkavian.
Other than that, I haven't really seen anything extraordinary.
Most of my contacts here...
Oh, there you go. Canonically, Beckett could possibly know about them.
Like a sense of dread or pressure. But I'm not a native to these parts, so I can't tell if it's irregular. And since you're still fresh, perhaps you're not attuned to it. Pleasure meeting your acquaintance, but there are rumblings for me to discredit. We shall, I'm certain, meet again. Or never again. Good night, young one. And be careful. You're very likely being hunted by the Sabbat.
Night, Beckett. Good day, sir. All right.
Nice work, Cupcake. I felt that explosion a mile away. It's all over the news, too. Man, there's gonna be some pissed off Sabbat just howling for blood tonight.
Thanks. Do you know someone named Beckett?
Beckett? Well, I know of him. Why?
I spoke with him.
No kidding. Huh. Must be something major happening if he's in town. Beckett is a historian of sorts. He's unearthed more vampire lore than anyone. Well, that's all Beckett does. Seek the truth behind our condition.
Bertram, I have some serious questions for
What do
you.
you need?
I met your ghoul, Knox.
I know you did. Sharp kid. Can track like a bloodhound. I watched him work for a while before I approached him. I had no idea how eager he would be to help.
You knew I did?
I knew you would. I had him watching you-know-who for me. It was inevitable you'd pass through her joint. I told him to keep an eye out for you, gave him lines to feed you, the whole bit.
Sure didn't seem like he was expecting me, but he needed my help. I killed an Asian vampire who was stalking him.
No, you helped me remove a spy without revealing myself or getting my hands dirty. Pretty good actor, that Knox, huh?
Kindred politics. Why do it yourself when you can make the kid do it? That's not very nice.
Don't take it hard, Cupcake. I won't be the last elder to milk you for a favor.
Yep. Interestingly, by the time version 5 rolls around, I believe canonically, he has actually been killed by Jeanette. I wanted to ask about something else. You can ask about the Prince and Nines. Prince
What am I
LaCroix.
gonna say? He's the boss now.
What about that guy who decapitated my sire?
He's LaCroix's iron fist. No one knows the sheriff, really, except LaCroix. No one even knows the guy's name. There's lots of rumors about him, though. I heard LaCroix picked him up in Africa over 100 years ago. Obviously, they work well together.
Oh, I wanted to ask about someone else.
Sure.
What about Nines
From
Rodriguez?
what I hear, he's a likable sort, and that's a problem. Nines Rodriguez is the kind of guy you want on your side, and more kindred go anarch every day because of him.
Ask about
Sure.
someone else. The scene is dead. I'm
You
out
better
here.
get back downtown. Prince LaCroix is gonna want to hear all about this victory.
Let's see what's going on this computer. Obfuscate. His password is obfuscate. Oh my god. Nosferatu, you need to put more effort into this. Oops. Asylum. Run by Vampiric Sisters. I like Jeanette better than Therese. Gallery Noir. There's a back entrance in the alley. Weak pipes between the parking structure and alley could be broken off. Email. Tongue. He used his name as his password. Come on. I mean, Nosferatu are supposed to be good at this. They run ShrekNet, a massive underground dark web Usenet for vampires. And his password is tongue and obfuscate. His name and one of their powers. This is why ShrekNet got hacked and brought the Second Inquisition on you all. It's all Bertram. Just all Bertram's fault. You can blame him for the downfall of vampire society. Him and his weak passwords. I want to see you soon. I'm bored. Can't you come entertain me? I'm at the club. XOXOXO from Jeanette. I can bring out my Jeanette impression at any time. Run away from Jeanette. Birdie, the stick in the mud is mad. You better lie low for a while. Okay. Now that we have Windows XP, I've come to wipe your windows. Interesting. Windows XP, I've come to wipe your windows. But yeah, we'll blame Bertram's terrible IT security for what has transpired and everything bad that's happened to the Kindred in 20th anniversary up through till 5th edition. Well, sir. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Let's see here. We have taken care of all this. So now let's head to downtown. So now we have this taxi here that we never had before. There's now piss and blood all over that wall. Yes, most likely. Hello, Mr. Cab Driver.
Where to?
Just drive. So let's head to downtown. Well, there's some Sabbat jackass. Home run.
Let's drain it.
So, let's see.
Take it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
Lick is a derogatory term for vampires.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camarilla, fuck.
He's got little shark teeth. He might have a certain condition that one of our vampires in our Saturday game has.
Son of a bitch! Eve.
There's 3 of us, Rodriguez.
Yeah. 3 of us. What are you gonna do? Shoot us?
Rodriguez got a grenade.
Stayed over. We'll find you. You too, Rodriguez. You're both dead. Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving.
Nobody messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Trouble sure seems to like you. Good effort.
He's super
Execution
dead.
needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nine.
Like shit. Thanks for your help.
Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
I'll remember that.
You do that. Me? I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round
Yep,
tonight?
he certainly
I don't know
fucked
what you've
around
heard so
and
far.
found
It's
out.
time you heard the real story.
I'll do that.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Stay out of trouble, kid. Okay. Welcome to downtown. Hello. Closed by order of the NSA. This sign is the Malkavians' worst enemy. The Nocturne Theater. The Empire Arms Hotels. Club Confession. Looks like an old Gothic church. The traffic light too. Ah, here is our new friend.
Step right up. Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me. And hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Man. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T.
I love Fat Larry.
Love.
You can call me Fat Larry with an F-A-T, because there's more of me to love. You sell counterfeit basketball jerseys or something. What you got in the truck?
That is a legitimate question, but a better question to be, what don't I got in this truck?
What don't I got in
Because
this
at
truck?
Fat Larry's, my motto is, everything's got a price, but I probably know somebody who can get it anyway.
You gonna talk all night, or you gonna sell me something?
Nah, that's what I like to hear. But it's like this. I save my best stuff for select clientele. Now, that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, you know, business.
Show me the merchandise.
Yo, I got dinosaur eggs. We don't know what kind.
Dinosaur eggs.
Got a Galapagos turtle this week only.
Galapagos turtle. Alright. Got some heavy clothing that'll be useful.
Check it out. Step right up.
I could sell my Colt and replace it with another Colt. Go from a Peacemaker to a 1911.
David
Duchovny's sink. Lazy eye hammocks. Dwarf saddles. He has dinosaur eggs, supposedly. Don't know what kind. Buy them and hatch them.
I got dinosaur eggs.
There it is.
Buy them and hatch them.
There we go.
Signed, sealed, and certified. Hey, don't walk on by. I look like Dionne Warwick.
The Mach 10 would be more interesting. But I don't have a whole lot of firearm skill right now, and a Mach 10 would probably be a little difficult for my character to handle. Well, actually, let's give myself a little bit of firearms. There we go. So now, I won't be so terrible with these. Well, let's go see the prince before he decides to declare a blood hunt on us. Don't forget to equip the armor. Yes, I need to equip the armor. Let's equip the armor. Now I got some nice new clothes. Let's go into info. There we go. And they help me, there we go. He's back!
I mean, I gotta admit, I'm a little flattered if you're stalking me, but anyhow, you see where your little security muffins ended up? Night shift lobby sergeant, huh? Hey, stick with me, because I'm going straight to the top, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, listen, what we had back there was special, but it's over now.
But Sugar Bomb, I thought you... Ah, I get it. You're a kidder, just like my mom. Hey, you here to see someone besides your love detective?
I need to see
Would that be
LaCroix.
Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
Sebastian LaCroix.
Okay then, Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
That's better.
You have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. If you need any security, well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's
Officer
me.
Chunk. Did you say Chunk?
I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch.
So,
hey, no skating in the parking lot. That was me.
Tigra, would Ava eat him too? Racing Jag would let Ava eat him. Oh, God. Yeah, bye. Let's head up to that penthouse. Alright, there we have Prince LaCroix, Ventrue, and this absolute over-the-top opulence that Ventrue are well known for. And his Naglapar sheriff. They are an African bloodline of the Simisi. They are less evil than their Simisi counterparts, but they do tend to lean quite a bit into their monstrous nature. Tigra says free food. So Tigra would eat Mr. Doorman down there. She tortures the doorman for the prince in our Saturday game. Just absolutely tortures this poor man, constantly trying to smell him and threaten to eat him. Mr. Croissant.
There you are. I was informed of your presence in the building.
I think the camera's having a
Since
little
you're
bit of an
here,
issue.
I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse.
There's a couch so Michael
This is
can
correct,
man
yes?
spread. Our very first game, yeah, I explained a few streams ago how Jag's character Michael hates all Ventrue simply because of this man here, and that brings out a lot of hatred in him toward Ventrue and Camarilla and Princes. And the first thing he did in our Saturday game on the first session when he came to meet the prince, he was just like, I sit on the couch and manspread to assert my dominance. The prince was not pleased. All because of this man, Prince LaCroix. But there you are. I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take that liberty of assuming that you destroyed the warehouse. Is that correct? Yes, that is.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments.
Oh, we
to your
have
progress on
another
account of
person in the
my
stream.
presence.
Who's there? This game will make you not like the cam. I mean, I don't want to get into spoilers, but strictly speaking, there are bunches of different endings, and there's a Camarilla ending, there's a LaCroix ending, there's a Wanxian or Kuei-jin ending, there's a solo ending, there's an Anarch ending, and with this mod, there is now a Sabbat ending as well. So, lots of very interesting things. Jag says Anarch. With this mod, though, I think since I've played through every other ending, I am probably going to go and try the Sabbat ending in this mod, which is exactly what Jag does not want our Saturday crew to lean towards, Sabbat things. But Saturday crew that is in the chat right now, who knows? You might see my pragmatic way of playing the Sabbat coming up. Newspaper. You're gonna have to bring the newspaper on Saturday then. You encounter no impediments. The Santa Monica kindred were a little two-faced. Ha ha ha. Jeanette and Therese, ha ha ha. Your Marcurio guy screwed up. I think we're just gonna say none at all.
That is the answer I like to hear. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand. You may yet prove to be a
whoever that
genuine
extra
asset.
person is in chat, welcome.
It's a bit disturbing the lack of talent
I don't know
within
if
this
you
organization as of late.
you have an account
Tell
and you
me,
can
what would you say to doing a
you can
bit
chat,
of
but welcome.
reconnaissance for me?
Feel free to join in. Guess what exactly do I have to do?
Been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
Interestingly, we have heard of it. I watched the news because the in-game news report said it was a thing. It was found abandoned, and they towed it into port, and they're investigating. Yes,
the police
go
are
on.
investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Ankaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Ankaran sarcophagus.
What do you need me to
You
do?
have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Ankaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence.
Police aware of our existence.
And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
Yes.
Oh, and it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
He asked me to visit him at the last round.
I see. Then, you should go humor the by-the-numbers rhetoric he's so desperately aching to spew. Oh, please, before the chance of fascist oppressor from that dive of theirs clog the air and choke the local kind.
I'll go
Give
see him
the
right away.
Anarch community my regards.
Okay. Yeah, the sheriff never speaks to you. Is this about the size of Demetrius Kenpai? He's rather massive. I barely come up to this man's waist. Yes. Alright. Now, time to give the local Anarch community the prince's regards. Or my own regards. We'll see how things go. someone in trouble? Oh no, wait, the last round is the other direction. Big and tall is barely a descriptor. Well, that's certainly an unusual home. The Sanctum Sanctorum thing going on there. Janestown, all-night society. One night only on Halloween, live at the Hollywood Bowl. Hollowbrook Hotel. Did I find West Coast Doctor Strange? Maybe. Maybe. There are mages and sorcerers and wizards in the world of darkness. And I am actually playing a clan of vampire magic users. Let's see. Thaumatological creatures. Thaumaturgical. Thaumaturgy is the name of my specific unique discipline of Clan Tremere. Thaumaturgical creatures. Let's see what is in here. From E. Bankins, the Regent of Chicago. Gargoyles. During the medieval conflict with the Simisi, Clan Tremere delved further into secret blood magics and created a race of protectors known as gargoyles. Since their inception, gargoyles have been used as scouts, warriors, and sentries. Gargoyles are monsters, vampires by virtue of blood and flesh through which they are created. They are no more than the detritus of other clans, given a second chance to serve their Tremere creators. Unfortunately, many have wrongly come to view their service as slavery and have fled their masters in search of some delusional utopia. Many escaped gargoyles live in isolation, preferring solitude to even the company of their own kind. Homunculi. For the most menial and mindless tasks, many of the Tremere create what is called homunculus. These are mindless creatures which take many forms, winged, many-legged, or otherwise. Homunculi are unfailingly loyal, but their appearance makes them a serious threat to breaking the Masquerade. This is a Tremere chantry by the looks of this book. Let's see, chantry, email. I don't think I have the skill to hack this. Shame. Difficulty 9, well, I won't have the skill to hack that for a while. Let's, and that was a deliberate cut because magic just teleported me somewhere. Here we are. This is the Tremere Regent of the city, Strauss.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time.
Yeah, I got it. I'm assuming you are?
Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome.
Thanks. What is this place?
Ah, yes. Forgive me. I forget that you are not embraced within the pyramid. We share the same blood, you and I, but there is much you have yet to learn about our clan.
You're of the Tremere clan?
Yes. This new life in which you find yourself undoubtedly seems strange. I'm sure you have many questions, young one. I will answer those which I am able.
What did you mean, embraced within the pyramid?
The pyramid is the social structure of our clan, with each level of advancement watched over by the next. There are apprentices here at the Chantry who are my charges, and I have a lord who watches over me and other local regents, and so on. In most cases, Tremere are very selective about who they embrace and how it is done. There are traditions and laws that we adhere to, so the circumstances of your embrace were, let us say, unconventional. Therefore, you are outside the pyramid.
Yeah, with the Tremere, at least within the Camarilla, not only do you have to get Camarilla permission to embrace when you're in a Camarilla domain, you also have to get the permission of the local Tremere leaders. They're kind of a Camarilla within the Camarilla, if you put it in very simple terms. A lot of this changes later on as things go on. We have the fall of the Tremere. The Inquisition destroyed their prime chantry in Vienna and threw the clan into disarray. But at this point, the Tremere have a pyramid structure. They are literally vampire pyramid schemes, 100%. So the Tremere have, at their lowest level, they have acolytes, which are the freshly embraced. They are literally just beginning to understand their place in vampire society and have not been fully inducted into the teachings of the magics and all that. Above that, you have the Tremere apprentices, who have been formally welcomed into the clan. They've gone through basic vampire training and understand the world of darkness. And they learn. Tremere are all about 7, so there's 7 levels to being an apprentice as you climb through those 7 ranks. And once you have proven yourself as an apprentice, the rank above that would be a magister. Magisters start out as teachers to the apprentices and the acolytes, and as you go up the 7 levels of magister, eventually you become an advisor to the regent of the chantry. The regent is Mr. Strauss here. They are considered the leaders of a Tremere in a given city. The leaders of Clan Tremere in a given city. Strauss also holds the title of Primogen within the Camarilla in the city. He represents Clan Tremere as a whole to the Camarilla, in addition to his role of leading the Tremere in the city. But yes. And Tremere have a big thing about number 7. Like, each magister at the lowest level will advise 7 apprentices, and there will be just 7 to 7 to 7 as you go up the ladder. Technically, we could probably use this to get a fairly accurate count of all the Tremere in the world, especially since especially since the Tremere are very together. Like Anarch and Camarilla Tremere tend to not be at each other as much as Anarch and Camarilla of the other clans, Nosferatu being a notable exception to that. They tend to do clan first, then sect, whereas a lot of other vampires will go sect first, then your clan. But yeah. With knowing they operate by 7, we know that Tremere himself, the founder of the clan, and he had 7 closest advisors who he embraced. If each of those 7 embraced 7, and then those 7 embraced 7, we can just trace that down the pyramid and figure out exactly how many Tremere there are. They're very, very strict about that, so it's a possibility. We haven't had any confirmation of that, though. But anyway, I see. Can I get inside the pyramid? Be an apprentice?
Such things are possible, young one, but you would have to prove your worth to the clan before it would even be a consideration. Tremere guard their secrets well. Perhaps it is something we will speak of later.
I see. Tell me what a chantry is.
A chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
Cool, and you're a regent. What's that?
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
I'm new around here, Max. What's the word on the street? Telling this to a kindred who is literally at the formation of the Camarilla.
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember
Very good advice. Thanks, Dad. I prefer not to insult the vampire that's probably around 800 or 900 years old, personally. But I do know some people in my game who would just feel free to just make fun of this man and swing insults everywhere in his face.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word on everyone's lips, kindred or kind, seems to be epidemic.
Yeah, why? What's going on?
It seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments.
Dude, that shit is whack. Tigra, I'm guessing that's the Ava response.
Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla.
Maybe I could look into the epidemic for you.
An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
What's in it for me?
I will ponder the nature of your payment while you are gone. Believe me, I will treat you fairly, neonate, and your service to the Camarilla won't be forgotten.
I'll think about it. Tell me a little more about the Camarilla.
The Camarilla? It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the outside world. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less.
I see. Can I ask you a few more questions about the Camarilla?
What else would you like to know?
Are all vampires a part of the Camarilla?
No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla. And the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them.
Yeah, good thing Nines Rodriguez was there to help me out. I was about to get a beat down before Nines showed up.
Ah, yes. The infamous Mr. Rodriguez.
Infamous Mr.
I understand
Rodriguez.
you owe him your life twice now. Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders.
You're probably right.
In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in the Croix's side, which serves my purposes just the same.
Your purposes aren't your purposes, and the prince is the same?
LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventru on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power.
How Machiavellian of you. It's alright, you can trust me. What's your true opinion of him? I think your words betray a disloyalty to LaCroix. It's alright, you can trust me.
I have overstepped my bounds. I will say no more.
Aw. Neither will I. See you, Max. Yeah, it's more like a sitting room here. But yeah, Mr. Strauss over there. Stupid magic. There we go. Let's get out of here. So yes, there is our vampire version of the of the Sanctum Sanctorum, Doctor Strange. And let's go and visit good old Nines. We owe him our life twice over. This little dive here. The last round. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the copyright music some more. This is Letcher Bitch. Mr. Skelter. If it ain't the talk of the town, poster child for Camarilla benevolence, what does the prince have his little bitch doing today? I'm looking for Nines. Now, be a good little boy and go fetch him. If you don't get out of my face, Anarch, I'm gonna rip yours off. Whatever, you're not even worth my snappy comeback. Funny, is Nines Rodriguez around here? Let's be nice. Nines is expecting you. Have some manners and don't wear out your welcome. I'm Skelter. Act up again and I'll be the one showing your ashes to the door. Alright, got a few minutes to talk? None of this vampire shit makes any sense to me. Gotta understand, Kindred, you're carrying a 6,000-year-old curse in your blood, no matter how powerful that makes you feel. Curse? The blood, it's a tangle of chains that's going to leave you bound to servitude for the rest of your existence. Why do you say that? Your elders command the blood, they control the blood, and the blood listens. You'll never even hear their call, but the blood will, and it will make you obey. How can you break free? That shit stretches all the way back to Cain, man. Nothing you can do. Some ancient sleeping in a tomb half a world away has a bad dream, and you're gonna feel that shit, like it or not. Who's Cain? Cain, man, father of all vampires, killed his brother Abel and was cursed by God to walk eternity feeding on the blood of his children. Some heavy shit, sister. You don't believe all that, do you? Keep your voice down. Is Cain real? I don't know. Not sure I want to know. Later. And there is our good friend, Smiling Jack, from the intro. I wish I could play Bender's voice, but yeah, that whole copyrighted music thing. Letcher bitch. There's Mr. Rodriguez. KMFDM in your face. Good, you shut up, good. Let's see what happens.
I tell you, and so you know, I don't lecture,
a little
I don't
quieter.
lie, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me.
Go on.
You've got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old-timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power, then those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. And it works out to is this. Only a few people at the top have any real power.
Isn't the prince the leader of the Camarilla?
LaCroix? Shit. LaCroix's just the guy who backstabbed and wheeled and dealed his way into becoming king son of a bitch of all the local Camarilla. Him and any of the traitors that sided with the Cam want power here, they'll get what's due.
So what are you all about?
The way of this world during the Depression. Bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. The little people suffered. You can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite to keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal here. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state.
Anarch-free state?
The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left? No goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Not a fan of the Prince, huh? We tried meeting with the Camarilla.
Their meeting right here.
Your meeting is a Desert Eagle.
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn.
I rather like, let your bitch. Anyway, let's see. Sounds like you're the Prince of the Anarchs. I could really piss him off with that one.
No such thing. And again, maybe? Don't throw those kind of words around like that. You're risking a beatdown. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't been able to switch sides. The most veteran soldier in the battle.
One more question. Any advice you can give me?
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. If you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the beast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back. Always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
Can you teach me how to fight?
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah. I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this, and keep your body at an angle. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Free stat increase. Your group seems like a bunch of rebel posers and gangbangers to me. Thanks for all your help, Nines.
LA's the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Okay. Damsel.
Did that chase you in here, Cammy?
What was that sound? Did Damsel growl at me while she was talking? What are you talking about?
Heard Nines saved your ass again. You think LaCroix would have stopped counting his money long enough to get your back, Jack?
I could have handled myself.
What were you gonna break out, huh? Some Tybo? This ain't paintball with your jerk.
Tybo? Who remembers Tybo, seriously? Did I say something to piss you off?
As long as you're a tool for some cape, you don't have to say a word to start pissing me off.
What's a cape?
Cape, Kimmy. Camarilla elders, the ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a clean invention. You're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
I make my own fate.
That's real. Let me put it in perspective for you. The Camarilla claims every kindred's part of the organization regardless. You do something they don't like, well, you're Camarilla, so you get punished under their laws. Like it or not.
Ken Pie remembers Tybo. Enlightening.
I'm Damsel, den mother of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since LaCroix rolled in.
Pissed, you don't say. Drink some bad blood or something? I don't know about LaCroix. I'm cool with Nines, though.
Hey, Cammy. I don't apologize often, but it's just with all the shit that's been going down lately. And on top of it, this plague bearer getting the CDC's attention, maybe I misjudged you's onset.
Plague bear?
Plague bearer's a killer that doesn't care who they feed from. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can't.
Yeah,
And
by
if
your
we feed on
request,
them,
Jag.
starts spreading disease.
And I've made you regret every second of it. So how do you get rid of one?
Seen Old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
The Anarchs helped me out before. Where do I start?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Pop, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him.
Ghouls. Why is it always ghouls? Hope this guy's up front. Be a shame if I had to beat it out of him. I'm off. I'll check it out.
If Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless cop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
I'll ask around right now. Bye, damsel. Let's take the back door. Boop. Boop. The Nosferatu can't use the front door if you're playing one of them. So, you gotta go around back and using the sewers and climb in the back window in the bathroom. The Malkavian's worst enemy. This thing. This damn thing. Where is that person being attacked? I need a little blood. Just enough to take the edge off. One little point. Mr. Larry. Alright, well, now I've got new quests. I've got, the Elizabeth Dane. I gotta go investigate the ship. The Plague Bearer. Oh, there's also more quests back at my apartment. Let's head back to Santa Monica. Just drive. As in the game simply doesn't let you... Nosferatu can walk around in the streets openly if they want to, but a Nosferatu is a walking Masquerade violation, and the game does have a Masquerade counter. If you break it too many times, the game calls a blood hunt, and basically at that point it turns into how long can you survive against an endless wave of vampires the game is going to send at you. So you want to try and stay hidden as much as you can so you don't get Masquerade breaches and become blood hunted. And as you breach the Masquerade more and more, you'll start running into hunters too. Once you put 2 of them down, you'll run into random hunters who'll start attacking you out of nowhere. And it gets worse as you go further and further down until you hit that last breach and just... the game turns into a blood hunt, and it's just, even if you keep defeating them, it's just, it's over, because they won't talk to you anymore. And that'll count for anything. Like, if I, let's do the traditional, like, if I do something that breaks the Masquerade, like if I start throwing blood around in view of everyone here, I get a Masquerade violation. Yes, yes she does. But yeah, that's that is why we we keep the Masquerade intact, because the game will keep track of using your powers out in the open, where people can see you. And this guy finally is gone. His car is towed. I probably... Yep, I have that bribe from the doctor. Let's see. Let's check my email. 5, a favor. It has come to our attention that a sample of werewolf blood has made it into the hands of the local tabloid, and that they have sent it on to the clinic in Santa Monica for testing. The responsible party has been dealt with, most painfully, I can assure you, but for obvious reasons we can't have anyone testing the blood. Please retrieve the blood sample from the clinic and leave it in your mailbox. You will be compensated accordingly. S.L. Sebastian LaCroix, the Prince. Alright, we've got another quest. To retrieve a sample of werewolf blood from the clinic. Let's sneak in here. We'll take care of this little problem. Ring, 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 ring. Look like, yeah, there's someone right there. Auspex, trans. Blood buff. This place has cameras, so I have to make sure that they don't see. See a store. Dosage. Door unlocked. Oops. Page. That's the guy that Malcolm was cheating on his wife with. Miss Page. Controlled substances camera has been enabled for your security. Oops. I got 6 XP points. I could increase my stealth a little bit. Or I could increase my lock picking. Let's see what we need. Go! Sir. He's stuck on the door. I can afford to lose humanity. I had 10. Alright. That's the maintenance room key. Camera. I believe this is optometry. Yeah, the LA cops just start blasting. Camera 1. Controlled substances camera disabled. For security purposes, all other cameras have been enabled. Alright. Alright. There we go. Werewolf blood. Trixie would very much want to drink this. She's got a little problem with werewolf blood. That's prescription storage camera has been disabled. Now I can go and steal the prescriptions. Difficulty 5. Let's blood buff and try this again. Oh, I guess we're gonna get that lock picking up. There we go. Drug box. Take before relations. Allow 6 to 8 hours for swelling to resolve. Prescription bottle. Orthotricycline. Failure to take as prescribed could result in 18 years of responsibility. And estrogen. Why am I crouching? Because I was crouching. I'm standing now. But if I want to sneak, I go crouch. And go sneaky sneaky. What's wrong with my knees? What did I do? You don't see me. Nobody sees me. The cops can just go to hell. Oh, hello! Firing into the crowd again. We're doing this. Let's go hide in the sewers. Hello, rat. You're gonna be my little M&M. Come on. Stared straight at him and just did not realize he was a cop. I mean, he was wearing the police blues and just started shooting into crowds of innocent people, so, you know, that should have been your first clue. Police giving up. If they didn't, I could have given them some shotgun. Or I could have gone full crazy and given them the dragon's breath. Yeah, it is, you know, a 20-year-old game, Tigra, so animations are not quite as polished as today, although sometimes the in-conversation animations can be quite good. But the random animations are just kind of sometimes. It's all good. I don't fault them. This was good back in the day. This used to be impressive. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to leave it in my mailbox. So let's go to my mailbox and werewolf blood. Blood allegedly taken from a werewolf. Put that in my mailbox. There we go.
may be a hot zone for a deadly new type of communicable virus. Local hospitals started seeing a dramatic
there we go.
increase
They're
in the amount of
talking about the
patients with
diseases
severe
downtown.
respiratory illness, and many doctors say they may be ill-equipped to handle the surging number of new cases. The Center for Disease Control urges people in the downtown area to exercise caution and to seek medical treatment immediately if they exhibit symptoms that include fever, hacking cough, nausea, rashes or sores, painful discharges, or sudden sustained bleeding. A massive gelatinous creature that washed up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought...
Lacuna Coil. God, those stains. They just... My brain. I can't. There. Got a free Masquerade redemption. Throw the whole apartment away. Yep. Throw the whole apartment away. But yeah, during the course of the game, you can get free Masquerade redemptions if you do something that acts in support of the Masquerade, like that werewolf quest. If you screwed up, it removes a Masquerade marker, so you can get things back in order and not be hunted by hunters. Because it can get bad if you're playing a chaotic playthrough and have to deal with all those hunters doing their BS. Those hunters are really just they come at you with like flaming crossbows and katanas and like big old claymore swords. They're pretty crazy. Now the cop's just walking around the streets with his gun out. Like, look at me, I'm a big man. I gotta show y'all how tough I am.
Thanks for coming back. What you need?
I'd like to buy something.
Here's what we got today.
Alright, we've got some 12-gauge shotgun rounds. There we go. That gives me 38 shotgun rounds. I've got 36 handgun rounds. Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to get the improved apartment later on. Every character, even the Nosferatu, can get a better place to stay later on, but the Nosferatu place is kind of shit. The Tremere, you basically have to get accepted into the Chantry, and then you can live at the Chantry building in downtown. Nicely done. Your assistance was much appreciated in regards to the werewolf blood. Please find your payment in the mailbox if you haven't already done so. SL. Yep. $150. Nice. Elizabethan Rendezvous. Fun with pestilence. Alright. Awesome. I know I'm gonna need sneaking and hacking for what's coming up. I could go about it another way and use Dominate. That's always an interesting way to handle things. Let's give the game a quick save. Down to the beach access. The flesh-eating Naharaja. Oh, we have another person, whoever this person is. Hello, welcome. I don't know if you're the same person from before who didn't reply, went away and came back or something like that. But welcome again if you're the same person, or welcome if you're a new person. Alright, here's Mercurio, all nice and healed. It's only been a couple nights.
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
Look like you're feeling better.
I tell you, that blood you guys got's an amazing thing. Helped close up a few wounds. This back alley patch fixed up the rest. I needed that beating. Good reminder not to overestimate my ability. Last time it's gonna happen.
Good to hear. Need some info? Nah. Weapons.
Specifically?
Do I want to ask him about sniper rifles, combat shotguns, flamethrowers, or tactical nukes? I'll ask him about a combat shotgun.
What you want is a Spaz 15. I got a connection for those, but I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's in Mexico. As soon as he gets back, I'll have a few of them. Putting together a Dragon's Breath, too. Sort of. Spits WP rounds. A few nights' work.
I have one already, sir. Can you sell me ammo for it? No, you cannot sell me ammo for it. I would like ammo for that Dragon's Breath. Hello, E. Alright. Antediluvian, a member of the dreaded third generation, one of the eldest kindred in existence. Oopsie daisy. Alright. So we have to figure out what happened on this ship. Everyone died. And we have to be sneaky about it, too. Because we can't just slaughter a whole ship full of law enforcement and Coast Guard and get away with it, because that's another problem for the Masquerade. The ship already had enough crap going on. Although, there is this man here who is actually...
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Tell Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's gonna send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in.
He didn't tell me this was a formal affair. So this guy was expecting a journalist. He's been paid off.
Jeez. What kind of wood steam? Don't think to at least show dressed up like an investigator, or a Coast Guard guy, something. Didn't you ever see Fletch? Were they just handing out those diplomas nowadays?
My clothes shouldn't be an issue. They do come off, you know, enough. We need to do this fast if we don't want to get caught.
All right, look. I got you a copy of the initial report, and I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. And no goddamn flash photography brainchild.
Where do I go?
Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear.
Got it.
Head down the stairs behind you and stay low. When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay?
That was Ken Pie. He just wanted to hear the moopsie sound. If anyone watches Star Trek Lower Decks, there was an episode in the latest season where they ran into a small bone-eating creature called a Moopsie that was a parody on Pokemon. I set that to my my text message tone. So that is why you keep hearing the word Moopsie randomly.
Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this?
Yep, got it.
Get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
Okay. That's a lot of blood. Yo. Hello, sir. So, there's actually a lot of different ways to do this.
Come check this out.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah?
He's doing his thing now. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do this, actually. I'm gonna try and go for the techno person route. I mean, you can, of course, fight your way through this technically. But you get in a lot of trouble if you do. There's a guy right there. Alright. So technically, you can do basically everything from this computer. Reports. Weather. Status. Engines off, deck cams off, locks locked. Control. Lighthouse. Deck security enabled. Deck cams off, deck security disabled. Unlock doors, all bulkheads open. No deck. I want to turn on the deck cams actually. Let's distract some people. Start engines. Log. Oh, I don't have the skills to get through this one. I can look through the deck cams here, and there we go. I've got the sarcophagus right there. If I couldn't hack this computer and get that to happen, then I would have to make my way out there past a ton of cops and Coast Guard people, and hopefully not get caught. Ship manifest. What was the last thing? Obtain the manifest. Police report. Copy the police report. Got the ship manifest. Quest log. Downtown. You've successfully completed your tasks. Yep, that is the easiest way to do this. Basically everything just in these two rooms. If you're unable to hack, you have to go through this absolutely... Ooh, hello, sir. Well, actually, I have... that. Please! Oh, shit! you! I didn't kill anyone. It's fine. It's fine. They only got a glimpse of me. It's fine. Okay. Nobody saw that. No one will be able to link that back to me. Not at all. We're just gonna hop in the taxi and treat this like a bad hangover.
Hop in.
Yeah, why not? Downtown. We can turn that in. All of China knows you're there. Yes, yes. Oh, look who it is. The girl I saved from the clinic.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt.
Yep.
I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe.
Heather.
I'm not you out or anything, am I?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, Heather, I gave her my blood to save her from life-threatening injuries. So now she has basically become my ghoul. That is vampire servant. Vampires feed people their blood, and those people become enamored with them, and they also gain vampire powers. Those powers include healing. She could, in theory, use one of my disciplines now. She becomes stronger and faster than a human. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let's see. That's hard to do these nights. You look much better, I'm glad.
Only because of you. What you did for me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
She's... yeah. Did anyone see that person just run behind the bus stop over there? Just like, whoosh. Am I the only one who saw that? That was weird. Anyway. That magic hooker. Automod held message. Okay. The automod got you, Jag, because of the word hooker. Let's allow that. I'm gonna have to let one of you be my my moderator. Because this game doesn't let me alt-tab easily. Even though it's on a whole second monitor over here, I can't just boom without the game deciding to minimize because old game stuff. So, who's out there in streaming land? Tigra, Kenpai, Jag? Should I keep a ghoul? Or should I tell her to go and not have a ghoul? Hello. It's funny to have her around. I'd love for you to stay with me.
I promise you won't regret it. Promise. I'll get you money, I'll get you things, everything. I want to be important to you?
Travel with me. I could use the company. Wait for me at my place. I can't have you following me around. It's dangerous. As long as you're useful, you'll have some importance to me. Wait for me at my place. Go.
I know where you live.
Go
I
stay.
check there first.
You know where I live. You check there first.
And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever you want. I'd do anything for you.
Creepy. Yeah. Oh, God. I've made a horrible choice. Alright, Officer Chunk, let me up.
Told me to keep an eye out for you, Cupcake. Said to send you right up. You know, I got a break in an hour, and a fresh box of Krusty Kremes in the back.
Krusty Kremes. No, excuse me.
I've said all I need to for now.
Is he standing on the desk? And there's the Primogen. Guys, your flowing clothes are going a little nuts.
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
Everyone on board was massacred. There weren't any survivors.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
There was blood all over the floor. Handprints indicate it was opened from within.
Opened? Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
Mollycoddles. That word needs to catch on again. It's a funky word. I like it. Mollycoddles. Yeah, who were they?
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin. Which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. The Sabbat's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into, and have him contact us.
It's not the valley. Oh, Geek and Sundry's LA by night. Baron Temple, the undisputed Baron of the Valley, every time he operated in an area that wasn't his. A house call to a goddamn shut-in. I want action. This is Ghoul's work. Certainly is that all. What a waste of time.
Yes, for the moment. You know, your demeanor thus far bears similar characteristics to those that rise to the top of this organization. Stay that course.
Thank you, sir. Now
Yes,
about Grout.
About Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
I have a few questions before I go.
I suppose I can spare a few seconds.
I had some questions
Which
about something
is...
else. Never mind.
When we hear from Grout?
Bye-bye. Alright, now we've got a new quest to find the Malkavian Primogen and find out why he won't answer his phone. You never know with a Malkavian Primogen. Alright. I guess that is probably a good point to stop things for... There's that kidnapping kind of sound again. I don't know why that sound keeps happening. But we will call it there for tonight. I will be back with you all probably on Friday night. And we can continue our little quest here to find out what the hell is happening in LA and what these vampires can do. Alright, everyone, let me save this. There we go. Alright, awesome. So, everybody, you have a good night, and I will see you all on Friday.